sun is shining. Again, thank you, Si, for leaving them accidentally here for me to borrow. I really appreciate it. Birds are singing. I am still congested like you would not believe. I think obviously doing a bit of spring cleaning and kicking up dust yesterday has not helped my sinuses, but I feel so much better in the house because I've had doors open, windows open, and let that beautiful fresh air through and sunshine through and all of that kind of stuff. It's kind of, even though I feel a bit rubbish in my sinuses, I'm glad I did it, if you know what I mean. I'm not glad that I've had a reaction to it. My sinuses are just so uncomfortable right now, but hey ho, small sacrifice. I hope everyone's doing okay on this gorgeous day again. We've got some more of this, hopefully. I think we need these gifts right now, this stuff going on in the world, and just kind of like, you know, there's new things going on all the time, new revelations, and I think we also need to think back on things that were agreed decades ago, so to make sure that we're not sort of breaking promises that were made a long time ago, and how they shape the world now and why they were put in place in the first place. So deep breath, everybody. Obviously a lot of change is happening, you know, and there's shifts and changes, and they're almost like, unfortunately, you know, we have to break through to create changes, don't we? And there has to be that kind of moment. So keep your hearts open, be the loving light that you are, you know, feel that, send that vibration out, try and step out of fear. And I know it's scary when things are happening beyond our control, and that's the thing, they are beyond the majority's control. What we can do is how we react to them. If we act in fear, or we almost like we have to be the grown-ups when everyone else is sort of spitting their dummies out, shaking their rattles, we need to be calm and loving and, you know, speak our truths, as I said before, but in a kind of in a calm way, because all the shouting, nobody hears anything, do they? Because everyone's busy shouting, so nobody's listening. Anyway, enough of that. Look at this, isn't this just glorious? Oh dear me. Oh, my sinuses are so savage at the moment. But there we go. If that's the only thing, I've got an itchy face at the moment, and so I shall give myself a sort of another inhalation and do a bit of a nasal wash just to clear myself out just a bit, because obviously it's just not brilliant. But so glad I was able to shake things out, clear things up, just create more of an open space. It's so lovely today. I hope everyone gets an opportunity, wherever they are, to take a minute. It's funny actually, I've had wrens following me around. I've had them in the garden, robins and wrens following me about, which has been really lovely. It's a real gift just to notice the wrens, because obviously you can hear their mighty song, but they're little, they're small and mighty, and to see them is a gift in itself, because they're very good at camouflaging themselves and hiding in our beautiful land, but you can hear their song. So to see them, and to see the robins follow me about as well, I think they're gifts. Everything's, you know, we have so many gifts here, so if we can find it in our hearts to slow our heartbeats down, to feel compassion with our passion. Feel that love and creativity open us up as fear shuts us down. We want that open heart, because we can't actually create real change without that open heart. As I say, remember, it's how we react to situations that we can actually have some control over. And it is important to say, no, this is not acceptable. And you know what, I don't disagree with, this, whatever it might be. And I feel not just I disagree with this, but have you considered this? No. But if people have their hearts closed out of fear and anger, reacting to that with more fear and anger won't help. I always think it goes back to that feeling of, like when you've got a small child and they're acting out, and it's usually because they're not getting what they want, and usually it's because it's not actually very good for them. That you kind of go, no, that's the reason, but no, you can't have that. And the more you can be calm about it and maybe give them something else they might not necessarily engage with straight away, but then they're like, all right, let's have a go, and then they enjoy it, or they learn from it and grow from it, and it steps away from shaming them into doing something or like using aggression, because you're teaching, you're always teaching and always learning. If you don't get it right, and because we all fall into head at times, we all fall into fear at times. It's normal, but it's also allowing yourself to forgive yourself, let go of it, and just think, okay, I can do better next time. Learn from that now. That's the best thing about it. It's not giving up. It's just kind of taking that moment, understanding that lesson, so you can grow from it, learn from it. And embrace those lessons. Feel the beautiful joy of this land. Bird song. Listen to that all around. I was looking at this wonderful page that's been doing drum beaters, and they're using honeysuckle for the handles. I was like, oh, that looks amazing. And maybe if I get an opportunity and some honeysuckle wood comes, I'd love to create a couple of beaters. Might even put crystal in there, because it's Pete and I's crystal anniversary this year. So we're I'm always thinking of things that are unusual, something I can put myself into as well when I gift things, especially to anybody, but especially to the people I absolutely love and adore. That if I can put something of my energy into, or any gift where I'm baking something or making it and putting some of myself into it, instead of just buying something. I mean, it's not always practical, obviously, but even when you buy something, you put something of yourself into it because you're taking the time to look for it. So I never think, oh, that's terrible, I haven't made it, because that again that's not a positive way to be about yourself, is it? And it's really important to create a positive vibration within yourself about yourself, so you can move that out into the world. So I've gone off on a tangent, but I was looking at these amazing beaters. I can't remember their website, and they were using sort of, apart from the honeysuckle, they're using placing certain crystals in the end of the beaters, which I thought was really interesting, and other bits and bobs. I thought, oh, that's really sort of inspired me, and I love working and making things with purpose. So the only thing I shall quest for, because I've got all the other bits and pieces, all the other ingredients. I've got some leather that I can use for the beta head, and I've got some stuffing, some felt that I can use, and I've got crystals, and whichever calls to me I will put and bind it to the beta maybe. But I've got to find the handle. For the standing people, you'll see if I'll put it out there to them, these beautiful woodlands, and I know there's wild honeysuckle about, that if anything comes out and is like finished with its growing cycle, see if it wants to come and be turned into a beta to its handle, to create, when it's in conjunction with a beautiful drum, creates that a beautiful vibration, that journeying tool, that healing tool. We all have the healing vibrations within us to help ourselves and others, but it's easier if you've got a tool. You can focus that, whether it's the drum, which creates its own vibration, which is a healing vibration, or a flute, or a rattle, song. You're creating a vibration with that intention, aren't you? And we need to do more of that, working with intention, being and working with integrity. We're kind of slipping away from that, people, and it's really important, especially now. Everyone does their homework, everybody does the work. Working with integrity and love, slowing things down. I'd rather have it take a little bit longer to do these things, and it be done right and done once, than it be done fast and having it done twice. It takes twice as long to do anything then, doesn't it? Not really satisfied with the end result either, because you have to do it again. So the lesson hasn't been learned. The craft hasn't been given its love, and you haven't been working in that integrity. So now is that time to take that beautiful deep breath, slow and center yourself. Feel what is right, what is steady for yourself, walking in that integrity, because we can all do that. We all have our ebbs and flows, and this is the time for there's going to be a lot of change. So now is that time to feel your steady place. Prepare yourself, walking with integrity and love. Focus on it's been really interesting. My dream time's been incredibly interesting, and there's been a lot of the unseen have been visiting me in my sleep. In my dream time, I've been visited by people who aren't here anymore, and revealing themselves in their true nature and sharing stuff with me, which has been quite eye-opening and inspiring in places, and revelations in others, and understanding that it's about having open eyes to things, I feel. Anyway, I'm rambling, and anyway, I hope you all, whatever you might be doing today, if you get an opportunity to go out into the day, out into the world, just for a bit, be out in the world, out in the nature, out in the green, as I call it, in this beautiful land that we walk upon. It is a gift, and we need to remember that, because I think unfortunately, when you're in that fear space, you forget that this is actually a gift. We are honoured to be walking on this planet, on this land that our ancestors walked on. And we need to maybe step back and have a think about what's really important, and how we can create a loving environment that continues and works in harmony. That's another robin up there. See, my ancestors are walking with me today, and the wrens. So, recognising those connections, taking the time to be courteous and respectful to all that walks, all that stands and is rooted and breathes. and not just about the self. Because actually that doesn't help really, it doesn't nourish us, does it? So if we can take that time, it's really important. Anyway, again, rambling. Oceans of love out to everybody. Have an amazing Tuesday. Be well, be creative, and just be.